Okay, that was nice and short, and I didn't cry because I cried all day at church. Now I'd like to have Lana's Uncle Howie come and give a speech.
Anyways, I guess I can't say hello to my dad. He's not here, but he's sleeping somewhere comfortably. But it's titled Celebration. In all honesty, I guess I was a little, comforted knowing I actually did rehearse this in front of a live audience. It was at our local manor, and sure, a few of them fell asleep, but the rest of them pissed their pants. I hope it wasn't their encounters. They really liked it. There are a few people who can acknowledge how much time people such as myself continually ponder, especially when physical activity is out of the question. But I've finally found something to beat the daily boredom, and that's playing with my wee-wee. Sure, my son bought it for himself, but I don't let him touch it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Howard Kyle Jr., Lana's uncle, and I have the honor of being her godfather. I don't feel I deserve this title, seeing I'm so lazy and don't think I fulfilled what it entails. But with all the things my family and other relatives have mentored her with, makes me feel that much better. I'm glad my direct family is 95% strength of girls because of it. If not, I don't think I could make it this far. Even though how I feel shouldn't be of any concern other than being an honor speaking at this time in Lana and Ryan's celebration. So before I get boring, I'll get on with it. Here's a little short story.
Too late, Hal.
Short story about Lana. Here's Lana. Lana, this individual has gone through issues that are difficult to reminisce in crowds this large, but I'm sure that's the reason that made her family, friends, relatives that much closer. Lana was the first niece and nephew in our family. I can't say I remember every moment of her life, seeing I was just 20 years old and still never grown up yet. But she was that first infant I ever babysat. She was so precious while holding her. I felt that she was going to break if I moved her too fast. The hardest part was putting her in the crib. To this day, I don't think I had to look after her too long because my time was too important. But I reiterate, 95% of my family's strength comes from the girls. Her success in becoming a massage therapist made many acknowledge her determination towards keeping others stress-free. She helped me one occasion at the hospital, and left a mess for the nurses. But we'll leave that alone. I can only see that her succeeding in whatever her determination is, or whatever life brings her. And this one's for Ryan. Who's that? Okay. I'm sure Ryan and I would have been much the same going through all this planning for a celebration this size. Not. I have to tell about this time he saved our family from being eaten from bears at Reed Lake. He made sure we were all safe by telling us to stay in the garage, then he went to go wrestle the 2 baby cubs up in the tree. Of course I wanted to help him, but he told me to stay in my chair. Other than his strength of him in challenging those bears and saving our family, he did win my fondness by a simple email which expressed his warm-heartedness. It was an email about the father whose son had cerebral palsy, a loss of motor control and involuntary spasms present at birth. His father has been pushing his 43-year-old son Rick in marathons and triathlons for 25 years. I did receive this email before, but I can watch this short video again and again, as well as read the article while shedding a few tears of joy, watching the strength of Rick's father in these events. The most memorable part is watching his son Rick wave his arm in the air, then acknowledging his excitement he receives while taking part in the races. He writes on his text-to-speech device, "When I'm running, it feels like my disability disappears." To know an individual as Ryan can have that much passion in just watching, reading, and forwarding this email about a person with such an extreme disability as to deal with on a daily basis. I honor your character and can only say these skills will benefit you and your wife's life expectancies. I'll end with this. We all have personal issues we must go through. Sure, the final destiny, or simply put, what we feel the right answer is, may come soon. The most important part is what we must learn how to deal with the cards we have been dealt. That is part of reality. The song for the band, yes, it could happen. It could happen to you, it could happen to me. It'll happen to everyone eventually. And what is it that could happen? It is whatever life has dealt you. Good things, sad things, right things, or things such as a celebration that these two lovely individuals are willing to carry out that will gather families, relatives, and friends to rejoice, reminding us of the love in each of our lives. There are no manuals dealing with living perfectly to read, and even if they were, would we read them? So this is the only strength I can give Ryan and Lana Cleverton, this newlywed couple in life and their new beginning of forever. I thank you for the celebration, and I'm sure everyone here thanks you for the invitation. Cheers.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was boring. Oh, I gotta go. How are you gonna take off?